Good morning. Welcome to today's Sunday football forecast, where we go over the various weather impacts for today's NFL games and also share some of my picks, which overall, last week I did much better. We'll get to that in just a moment. As far as the weather impacts, here's the good news. Most of the games for today are going to have very little, if any, impact. Of course, games played in domes like the Falcons, for example, no impacts at all. But there are a few areas to watch out for. We have an area of low pressure is kind of lingering right along the coast here of the Mid-Atlantic and New England coastal waters. And these low pressure systems are producing a few isolated pesky showers for the Patriots games, the Giant game, the Eagles game, and also later on that's pretty much it along the East Coast there. These games, you might get a shower that might impact your running game, but really not all that much of a significant impact. All your heavier rainfall is back towards the upper Midwest, towards like let's say Iowa, where they're not playing any games. So there you go. And as far as the afternoon games, one game I'll keep an eye on is the Buccaneers at Broncos game. Right now, it looks like there's going to be a few pesky showers hanging around, as you can see right around Colorado here. And some of these showers, although they'll become more isolated by the time the game starts, they'll be capable of some brief heavy downpours. So don't be surprised if that has a little bit of an impact on the running game and maybe even the passing game as well. No real significant threats for tonight's game, Patriots at Saints, because they play indoors. Therefore, there you go. And the Chiefs at Ravens game on Monday night. Watch out for a few isolated showers, but overall not a significant impact overall on those games. As far as the picks, well, last week I did pretty good. Went to 11-5, which overall I'm pretty happy with. For today, let's go over the games real fast. For the Atlanta, well, first of all, I thought that Jacksonville was going to take care of business versus Miami. Didn't pan out, so we'll move on from that. Atlanta at Chicago. Atlanta versus Chicago. I'm going with Atlanta in this game. I think that Atlanta's running game is going to be a little bit better, and it's going to expose Chicago. Los Angeles at Buffalo. I think that Los Angeles is going to pick up that game as well. Cleveland and Washington. I like the Cleveland's game a lot better. And Tennessee versus Minnesota. I think that Tennessee overall is going to take this game. I think they're a better team than Minnesota on the line and also with their quarterback. New England at Las Vegas. This is going to be an interesting game because the Raiders have played better than I thought they would. But I think that New England's unique change in the offensive philosophy, in other words, running more as a quarterback, I think it's going to have an impact on that game. I think that this game's going to go for New England. San Francisco at Giants. Come on. Giants are walking wounded already, and they look like a dysfunctional team. I would definitely go with San Francisco on that one. Philadelphia versus Cincinnati. I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I'm not impressed with Philadelphia's offensive philosophy at all. Their quarterback seems lost. I'm going to go with that. Pittsburgh versus Houston. I'm thinking Pittsburgh is a better team overall than Houston. I think they're going to pull it out, but it's going to be a close game. Indianapolis versus the Jets. Come on. We're going to go with Indy on this one. Jets just look, I'm sorry, Jet fans. You guys just look lost this year again. Maybe you should get a new coach. Los Angeles versus Carolina. Going with Carolina there on that game. I think that they're going to definitely pull it out. Tampa Bay versus Denver. Injuries, issues. Tampa Bay has a better quarterback overall, although not by much. I would definitely go with Tampa Bay on that one. Arizona versus Detroit, going with Arizona. Seattle versus Dallas. That's going to be another close game as well. Dallas has some heart, and Seattle's a tough team. I would not be surprised if this comes down to the fourth quarter. Went with Seattle as a home team. New Orleans versus Green Bay. I went Green Bay as kind of a surprise pick. I don't like New Orleans. I just think that they don't. Something's missing. I can't grasp it just yet, but something's missing with that team. So I'm going to go Green Bay for the surprise. And of course, Kansas City will show once again that Baltimore's just not up to the caliber that the Chiefs are. Now, every year we get this game, so it's always going to be a tough game because Baltimore's a good team, But I think that the Chiefs will expose a lot of their weaknesses once again, like they have the past 2 years, and they will pull this game out on Monday night. Those are your picks, and those are the forecasts for your football games. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.